Firewood in my backyard. I just slice this paper up.
Well, where do you get Brad? Thank you for slicing paper.
Not easy to do. Razor thin.
Welcome to Game Day Battle.
You just doing it? Bringing us in?
I just did.
Yes, you did. Welcome to Game Day Battle, where Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. Here with the full Game Day crew tonight. The Browns season's about to start, and we have to do sort of a look ahead, a little bit of prediction action going on in there. Also, we've got to break down the depth chart, introduce the lines, offensive, defensive line, people we probably don't know now, but need to know throughout the season. We'll get into all of that and a ton more. At the end of the table is Dale Shantz Tercey, sporting some Browns love. Next to him is Ramon Torres.
That's you.
But he's a little out of season almost, although technically not.
Still holding on there, huh?
Still not hope, man.
Well, he's just always opposite what the room is usually. So, to my right,
I didn't get the Browns memo.
Brett Finnegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I got the Ohio State memo though.
It's a Brown season. Browns starting off. Browns kickoff show.
Yeah, you know,
all Browns
the first
special.
week of football is coming up next week. That old chestnut.
Well, actually, the first week of football was last week with college football.
The
NFL started this week.
All right, well, you got the
if you want to be technical.
Men that cash checks to play.
Well, we were just put in our place by Brett. So I'm Mike Glass, and I think that today, I think the show just has to kick off with Trent Richardson and that backfield.
Exclusive.
Okay, so we have our feature player, Trent Richardson, right, on the Browns, who is the guy that we have counted on since he was drafted to become sort of the staple of this team, the guy that kind of puts him on his shoulders when needed and takes him to the promised land.
Not sort of, Mike. Don't be shy about it. That's a damn fact.
Definitely. I would go definite?
Yes.
Definitely. All right. Well, now let's just take this little nugget. Trent Richardson's basically on an island all by himself. He has absolutely nobody behind him. And the depth chart now for the backfield includes Bobby Rainey.
Huh?
That's his backup. So if Trent Richardson can't play or he's tired or they just want to take him out, Bobby Rainey will lead your Browns to victory.
Huh?
Yeah, and if Bobby Rainey gets, I don't know, a little nicked up, a little tired, something like that.
Who we got?
Out.
Who we got?
Dennis Johnson. And he's a...
I know who he is. He's one of them 6-round gems that we went after.
Yeah.
There are no gems. There are no gems. We figured that out.
No, he's somebody else's coal.
Yes. And there's no diamond being made with this coal.
Yeah.
Both of those guys were cut. One from Baltimore. I believe the other one's like Arizona or Tampa or something like that.
Yeah. Picking up Arizona running back scraps. It's never a good thing.
Brandon Jackson. What happened to Jackson?
He got cut.
I'm glad you asked, Mike. Because here's a GDB update. As of today, Brandon Jackson was released. Would you like to ask about any other running backs? Because I'll cut them too.
Well, what happened to Ogbenaya?
We don't want to cut him. I'm going to move him to fullback.
Yes, we're going to make him a fullback and a non-ball carrying position. Though they may do some fun stuff with him, possibly.
What the fuck?
Dude, Trent Richardson's going to carry the ball 600 times.
Yep.
Are you comfortable with that?
We keep the gimp.
We keep Hardesty, right?
We did keep
Hardesty again. So Hardesty is still part of your Browns team.
Lord help us this
but
team.
nobody else is.
So new clientele, the same decision making.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Right,
Brandon Jackson, we've been waiting 4 years for you to come along. Your knees are too healthy. Get the hell out of here. Benaya, you were our second string and ran the ball for us.
Pretty good.
You're not even going to play running back anymore. How do you like that shit?
He actually dazzled a bit when he was in. So let's move into a non-ball carrying position. He can block for people.
Question mark, SMH.
Well, Trent Richardson said that last year he often was sent up through the middle. He wasn't put in space. He kept asking to be put in space, but he's the kind of guy who just does what he's supposed to do. So this year,
literally, he wants to go to space.
Yes. In a rocket. Thanks, Dale.
You're welcome.
Your contributions are always valuable.
I saw a fun graphic there.
Well, So this year he's promising what he called going downhill. Hopefully it's not the season going downhill, but him running downhill. And we might see a whole different running back. And if we do, we can blame it on the past regime. If we do not, we can't put it on much more than Trent Richardson, since he said he is now getting released to do a lot of the stuff he wants to do. Given all of that, keeping all of that in mind, and everything else that you may know about this backfield and this offensive line that they've got to run through, would you say that this backfield this year, the impact this backfield will have, will be a dominant, yard-destroying powerhouse, simply productive, or thank God for Whedon's arm? So Dale, let's just start with you.
That's all I can go. I can only go two options with it.
Those are three.
I only heard two.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard productive powerhouse and Whedon's arm. That's what I heard.
You should listen to all the words in the order they're given. If you take them and put them back into different orders, they mean different things.
All right. So what I miss?
Okay, a dominant, yard-destroying powerhouse.
Yes.
Top of the line.
Love it.
Right? Simply productive. That's separate. Space.
I was expecting some kind of quip.
Right.
Not just simply productive seems like the easy way.
It is. See, sometimes you got to have a short, quick one that isn't funny to then set up the funnier one.
Okay.
You see how this works?
Yeah, spread the humor out.
Okay.
You use a broad stroke.
Yes.
I'm going to say that we're going to be a powerhouse of a running team. That's what I'm saying. All we need is Trent Richardson back there. Mike Glass is the third string running back for the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Because Richardson is going to be an animal. He's going to stay healthy.
Thank you.
He had his surgeries, and now it's time to fucking run his ass into the ground. 400 carries, I'm talking.
400 carries.
Feed him.
And his retirement at the end of the year.
Feed it. Like a Scots law.
All right, so you're optimistic. And as far as total impact, carrying this team on his back, or just...
5 stars.
All right.
5 stars.
All right, we'll use the star system then. Thank you,
Sure,
Dale.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Brett, ignoring the star system that Dale set up, if you had to, would you say that they're going to be a dominant, yard-destroying powerhouse, just productive, or thank God for Whedon's arm?
Yeah, Ramon.
You said Brett. But
I'll answer that. I'll answer that since you did say my name like
Did I
that
say
way.
it?
Yeah.
See?
I can understand the confusion here. I really can. I'm just gonna say productive, because I think.
Well, that wasn't one of the options, Brett. It was productive as a powerhouse, Steady Eddie, or Brandon Whedon's got good arm.
Steady Eddie.
All right, Steady Eddie then. I'll go with Steady Eddie.
No, that was it. That was a
I
good
just
mistake.
think, Trent Richardson coming off that surgery and everything. I know he's gonna be. He says he's 100% and all that, but it's a lot of carries throughout the season, and those two that you even announced is just horrific. Awful. So I want to say productive.
Productive.
I'm sorry, Steady Eddie.
On balance, or 8 stars or whatever.
How
Dale
many
said.
stars out of 5?
Out of 5, 3.5.
Ooh.
Wow. So
All right.
What do you think?
Let's just call you Joe now. What do you think, Joe?
Steve?
Well, I'm going with Steady Eddie. No, I don't even know if we could be productive with that backfield. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to give me a backup. Obviously we could probably put Obadiah in if what Trent was to get hurt. And get a fullback, but you basically cut everybody that we had for a backup.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then you cut the fullback that we drafted, Marisic. So there goes one of our draft picks.
The white rhino.
The white rhino. Yeah, that's
2.
Yeah, man. So I don't know what the hell is going on with this damn.
This is a blunder.
Yeah. What the fuck?
This is a blunder, but my beer is half full on this blunder.
All right. Well,
98% Richardson, 2% I don't care.
All right.
And they're getting 2.5 stars from me.
All right. Well, I think I'm kind of with Brett. I think on balance, productive. When Trent Richardson's in and they're all healthy, meaning Ogbenaya, in their sets that they're using the fullback blocking for him, power run for him, I think that could be very, very good. But as you guys have mentioned, they're going to hand the ball to Richardson probably 1,000 times a game, and that will put him at risk for injury. He's already proven that he is susceptible to injury. He's not Superman, and he may not make it through the whole season. And then you get, what was that guy's name again?
Dennis Johnson?
Bobby Rainey in there.
Bobby Rainey.
Who wasn't good enough to make to make Baltimore, but yet he's going to be our feature back if and when Trent Richardson goes down. Even if it's just for a game or half a game or a third down that we really need, it's pretty pathetic. All right, so one other thing that I think, before we get into breaking down the season and a team that I think is fun, pathetic, sad, and so typical Cleveland. Phil Dawson was a fan favorite here. We all loved Phil Dawson.
Phil Dawson, I'd take my hat off to you.
Oh yeah, and it's somebody that I think we all.
I'm glad I picked you up in my drafts.
You did? Mm-hmm. Me too. I see him up there on my list. Somebody that we can all kind of get behind. He was sort of Mr. Cleveland, all-time leading scorer for kicker. What was the stat the record he had here?
I think any player.
Any player?
Yep, most points by a Cleveland Brown.
By any player.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. And
pretty awful.
To cut that, well, it's awful for the team.
But good.
But he's the guy that we can kind of hang our head on and be like, okay, he's the guy that can, I don't know, kick us a bunch of field goals because that's all we can get. So they cut this guy. And they got a new plan, and they get a guy that Cincinnati cut in Shane Graham, that wasn't good enough to continue on your rival.
Nope.
But for you can count on him in big games, even though he often blew big games. And then he's out, he's hurt, whatever. And
I feel like there's someone worse out there that we could get.
Yeah, we found him. We found a guy that made 7 of his 12 kicks last year. He had 12 all year long, and I don't know why he only had 12, but he only made 7 of them.
That's probably why. He only kicked 12.
if you're a statistician at this point, or maybe if you have autism or something, and you're Rain Man, you can do it quick. That's a 40% miss rate. So out of 10 attempts, he's only making 6 of them, and that's the guy who we now have as our place kicker to replace Phil Dawson. How does that inspire faith in you? Now
That sounds like Cleveland Brown football to me, Mike. 101.
Yep. Are you looking at this as just a big, huge mistake? And we'll start with you, Brett, or should I call you Ramon tonight? Since I've already switched the names
I like
around.
John.
John? All right, John. Does this look to you like just a huge, big mess of neglect and negligence, basically? Or would you say that this was a good plan, or like they had a plan in place at least, because they were getting Shane Graham? It fell through because of injury. It's not their fault, and they're just doing the best they can.
No, where they went wrong is to pay Phil Dawson. That's what they went wrong to.
So that was the beginning.
The beginning of this
just
whole
a big mess.
Downward spiral of a huge mess that we call the Cleveland Browns, which we've known since 1999. And it just kind of keeps going up there, keeps going up, and we get rid of our. We couldn't pay the guy, so we let him go, and this is what happens. And now we're 4 games, or now we just picked up Billy Cundiff.
I'm sorry, I didn't just say it before. It's Billy Cundiff.
Billy Cundiff, who I think the Browns had at one point for 2 games, and then we had to let him go because I think Phil Dawson was hurt. But regardless, he made 7 out of 12, and that's his job.
Has he got bad knees?
Probably. I hear Monteria Harsh is going to be the holder.
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty.
He's going to work out by getting up off his knees.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's been downward spiral since we let him go.
It's bullshit, is what it is, Brett.
Yeah.
How do we let that guy go? How do we let Phil Dawson go? What are we gonna have to pay him? $3 million? So what, dude? That's what you pay.
Jackson, not Monteria Harsh.
It's a huge, you know why? Because he makes every fucking field goal he kicks, and it's not easy to kick in Cleveland with that effect.
Absolutely not. He made it out of the science.
You know what I hear though, Mike? I'm glad you asked. I hear.
What did you hear?
I hear Kickalicious' phone ringing. Is what I hear.
I thought he got picked up by Detroit.
He did, but he
got cut by Detroit. We don't want a guy that Detroit doesn't think is good enough. You know what?
He said that's because they got problems with their own kicker that they were going to have to cut and pay money to, so they just decided to keep him. They were in a bad way with Jason Hanson. This dude put in a 50-yarder, a 47-yarder. He was 3 for 3 throughout the playoffs. He kicked it onto a boat. A moving boat. He kicked it onto.
We've seen the YouTube footage.
We don't know how many takes it took. It doesn't matter. It happened one time.
Well, Dale,
I saw him kick a football with another football.
Well,
and then a 65-yarder.
We listened to you draft day a few years back with somebody who was throwing a football at clay pigeons, and look where that got us.
Time's still telling on that one.
That was random.
The jury's not out. The jury's not out on the sports science.
Let's hold on about his
Don't make me grab that clip. It's time, guys. It is time to go down this list. We have all of the games listed out in front of us, and we are going to have to go down step by step. We haven't done this yet. The fun is doing it on the spot, taking all of your knowledge, taking all of your wit, all of your function, and putting it into this, and coming up with the final tally at the end of the year. No? Nothing
Sure
for me?
hands, see that?
Oh, I thought
I'll do my iPad.
No little hands here.
Yeah, not dropping that. So this is where we get to do it, and we're going to do it right now. Once Dale gets us all some pens, and I am set.
I know you're prepared, Brett. Mm-hmm. You're a real
Brett's on it.
professional. You're a real professional.
Point Dexter. Sailing.
These out
He's a
and
point
everything,
Dexter is what he is.
I kind of doodle all over mine, but I'm sure I'll still be able to make it work.
All right, we get some music. There we go.
Right.
Ready and go. All right, Dale, let's hear your quick rundown, speedy rundown.
All right.
Wins and losses, the whole season for the Browns. What will you see from your Cleveland Browns team?
You're not going to like it. Well, maybe you will, actually.
Huh?
All right. Home opener against the Dolphins. I got a W. Easy enough. 1-0. Ravens, they've totally downgraded. 2-0. Vikings, all we got to do is stop Adrian Peterson. They have no aerial attack. They lost Percy Harvin and didn't replace him with anybody. Greg Jennings is going to be terrible. I got us with a 3-0 start. Then the Bengals at home. W. 4-0 start. Bills, are you serious? Win. 5-0. Lions. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. I really think that we're going to be able to outscore some teams. I'm even just giving
They're
a
gonna be in the
W
top
against
for
the
undefeated at
Lions.
this
That's
point.
6-0, and then we will lose at Green Bay. That'll be our first
All
loss. And we will continue to lose at the Chiefs because they play well at home. And I figured we'll split the season with the Ravens, so that's going to bring us to 6-3. So we're going to ride a 3-game losing streak into the bye week. Then we're going to get it together with a win at Cincy, 7-3. Win against the Steelers, 8-3. Win against the Jaguars, 9-3. The Patriots suck, 10-3. The Bears, we're gonna have some trouble against the Bears. That's gonna be a loss. 10-4. The Jets, are you serious? 11-4. And fuck the Steelers, Week 17. Your Browns are going 12-4 this year, DST exclusive.
All right, 12-4. That is almost as pathetically dumb as the as 2 years ago.
We'll see.
I like
Ride that optimistic wave this
I like
year.
how we've just dominated. We lost one game in the AFC North in that whole mix.
So what does that mean? Playoffs.
I would say so.
Playoffs.
Has any AFC North team finished with 12 wins and losing only one game? I think the Bengals swept the NFC or AFC North a few years ago, but that was like the first time ever.
Pittsburgh's window is closed, and Ravens is closed even more.
All right, I guess I'll have my moment in a few minutes. Ramon Torres.
All right. I'm going to open up versus the Dolphins with a win. Then we headed off to the Ravens. Well, as Dale said, they downgraded. We're going to win there, so 2-0. Then we're going over to the Vikings, or AP. They can't even get their quarterback situation straight over there. So we're going to win there with a 3-0 start to open the season. We're going to lose in Cincinnati. Then we're going to head over to Buffalo for a win. Then we're going to have a 2-game losing streak versus the Lions and Packers. Lions are tough. We played well versus them. We put up a lot of points, but we can never seem to close the games out versus them. Then we're going to go over to the Chiefs. We're going to beat them at home. Then we're going to go back to Baltimore and sweep those clowns over there. Then we got a bye week.
Yes, we do.
Then we're going to Cincinnati. You know how Mike talks about the whole travel thing, so we'll lose there.
It's not very far. Travel only matters if you're going across country. Let me just say that again.
And then we'll opener versus the Steelers. We're going to mop those clowns up over there.
Damn.
Tear them. Then we'll go over to Jacksonville. Mop them up over there.
All right.
We'll lose versus the Patriots. We'll lose versus the Bears. We'll pick back up with a 2-game winning streak, stomping out the Jets and pulverizing the Steelers
To make the playoffs.
at 10-6.
10-6. I like it.
Interesting. Well, I wish you guys knew something about football. If you did, it would look a little bit more like this. First off, well, I think we all agree
What,
we're
a
going to
bunch
start.
of stickmen over
Yeah,
there?
we're going to start off with the win at home. This is a big game for us. They're going to be pumped. Win over the Dolphins. They're going to be all partied up and happy about that first win. Young team. They're going to be all fat and happy on crab cakes in Baltimore. And they lose to the Ravens. Yes, they've downgraded, but not that much. And it's a home game for the Ravens. They're going to need to win that game, and they're going to make it happen. Then we got to go out and play in Minnesota. That's a bit much for this team at this point.
The Northern Air. It's a Northern Air.
We play in Northern Air.
That's even more northern.
Yeah, it's north.
It's in a dome.
1 and 2 at this point. Then we're coming back home for a 3-home game, three-game homestand. So we have the Bengals win there, and that'll be a big game for them coming back off of 2 losses. They'll really want to get it together. They'll make it happen. The Bills, they got a lot to get together. It's still not together, and a win there. Lions, we got them here. If we were playing in Detroit, maybe, but we got them here. So win there. Now we got to head out to Green Bay. I think we all agree loss in Green Bay. And Chiefs, I disagree. I think this will be our first road win of the year, I believe, and that'll be a win in Kansas City. Ravens, we got them at home, but they're going to be hungry. They're going to need that game. They're going to beat us. And Bengals, I have them losing in Cincy, so they're going to split with Cincy this year. Win over the Steelers, they'll come back, they're right in that mix. Big game against the Steelers, who are weak, and take them at home. Jaguars win at home. Got to head out to New England. No way, not going to win in New England. Loss right there. Lost to the Bears on a bad run right now. Lost in New York to the Jets because they should win that game and they won't. And then they come back home, finish the season now with a loss. That's 4 losses at the very end, 7-9. Still a good season, and we'd be happy though. We'll be bitching that last little stretch. Mark it down, guaranteed.
We know, hey.
I lost a lot of respect for you just now, Mike.
Yeah, obviously you know nothing.
I know, I don't have 12
I think we're going to
wins.
lose to the Jets when fucking Geno Smith is their head coach
Wait,
in week
what?
fucking 16.
Geno Smith is
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh, because Rex Ryan won't be there?
absolutely.
All right.
What about you, Brett?
This is the one that's going to matter,
What do you
okay?
got over there?
We'll see.
All right, week 1 against the Dolphins.
W.
Week 2 against the Ravens at Baltimore. That's a loss. That's a loss.
You're right.
They're going to head over to Minnesota, home of the Vikings there. So that's a W.
Ooh.
That's a W.
Wow.
And then we're going to head back home to face the Bengals. That's a loss. That is a loss, everybody. And then we're going to stay home, actually. We're not going to head anywhere. Just going to stay right here in Cleveland and have the Bills come to town, which is going to be a W. W for everybody there. Then the Lions come to town. That's another W. 2 in a row there. 2 in a row. Then we go to Green Bay. We're going to lose that one. As much as I'd love to win it, and I hope they do, we're going to lose it.
Never know.
And then we're going to go to Kansas City, and I have them beating the Chiefs. And then we're going to be at home against the Ravens, and I have them losing against the Ravens.
You have a pretty good bye week coming then, right? At that point, you've got how many wins?
5 and 4.
5 and 4. Nice. All right.
And then after the bye week, we're going to Cincinnati, which is a long trip, so they better rest up.
A long trip. It's so close.
It's gonna be a W for the Brownies.
Wow.
And then we're gonna come back home against the hated Steelers, who are shitty and they're getting old. That's a W.
7-4.
It's a W. And then they're gonna play the Jaguars here in December.
8-4.
W. And then at Gillette Stadium,
That's
loss.
a loss.
That's a loss.
8-5.
The Bears, that's a tough one. That's gonna be a loss.
8-6. Hope's fading.
And then you have the Jets at New York. I have no idea what the fuck's going on there. That's what that is.
9-6.
That's what that is. A W.
9-6.
And then at the Steelers on their turf, we're gonna fucking beat them.
10-6.
You've been watching my shit.
Double
man.
digits. Screw you, Mike.
All
What did I
right.
watch?
I want it to just to be highlighted
What did I watch?
here.
Look, I even put scores for the first
He
half.
did. He actually has scores down. I want it to be
Yeah.
highlighted here that you guys have all predicted them basically to win the division and go into the playoffs. I just want you to say that right now to yourself. I'm not high-fiving that.
Ramon is.
Damn Cincinnati
This
fan,
guy's
damn
about
it.
to
That's
give me
why.
some. We're going to give you a little of this and some of that.
I like how they're now the best team in the AFC North.
Ta-da!
Wait,
Just
with
like
the
that.
Kruger comes
With the
across.
addition of
Marquinhos Mingo.
Yup.
with the
And
addition
and
of Marquinhos Mingo isn't playing
They
and Bobby
sandwich
Brady.
that boy Dalton like
running
this.
back.
Guys, what do you think? You got about 2 minutes left? Time for the drill.
2-minute drill, as Dale has just pointed out. We have no questions ready for this.
I do. I've got 3.
You got 3. We're gonna run with 3 questions
Give me
tonight.
some more, though. What do you guys got? You guys got anything?
What were your questions?
Can we pause this real quick? Hang on. All right, we're back.
We're back. We've got questions now to cover the 2-minute drill. I think Dale should actually just run it tonight. Since
I think I will. I mean, I wrote all the questions.
Yeah, he's doing all the work tonight. We're just partying, so it's cool.
So you can feel free to play at home. Game day battle, 2-minute drill action is ready to drop, hot and ready for you, like a Little Caesar's pizza. You guys ready to roll?
I got
Ready.
time.
We got
ready
2
to
minutes
go.
on the clock, please.
Ready.
Hungry to
We're
be
going with
stopped.
an NFL theme.
3, 2, 1, go.
Will Tim Tebow ever play in the NFL again? Mike,
Yes.
any idea?
No.
To dwell?
I don't know where.
All
I
right.
don't know when.
Mr.
I don't
Torres.
know how he will play in the
Yes.
NFL. Guaranteed.
For your Cleveland Browns.
Good
Yeah.
God. Brett Finnegan.
Yes. Probably, I'm going to say they're Jacksonville or Miami.
I agree with you. They got to get him in Jacksonville. He'll sell out seats. All right. Super Bowl prediction. Give me your AFC, your NFC teams, and who you think's going to win. Ramon.
I don't even know.
That's not a good answer. Brett, what do you
I'm
got?
going to say San Francisco and
You don't even know.
Patriots.
Winner?
San Francisco.
Mike.
I am going to say Seattle and God, that's tough on the other side. I'll have to go. There you go, Patriots. That sucks. Let's say
This is the drill.
This is
1 minute.
I'm almost even going to say
That's
that
2 minutes.
the Ravens could repeat. So
That's terrible.
with
Ramon, you
Seattle
want to take
winning.
another stab at it?
No, not to that fall.
I've got the 49ers and the Broncos, and I think the 49ers are going to take it. They're clearly the best team in the NFC still, so I don't see why that they can't get back. But Peyton Manning's going to
Forgot
get
about the
Super Bowl.
Broncos. Can I-
Will Rex Ryan last the season as the Jets head coach? Mike.
No. Yeah, actually he will.
All right,
He
pretty
will.
undecided there. Ramon.
Yeah.
No.
Brett.
Absolutely not.
Of course not. I hope he doesn't last through week 4. He doesn't even look like he wants to coach week 1.
He wouldn't
Last
have kept
question.
him if they didn't want to keep him.
That's
Put it
right.
That way.
That's right. Last question, Mike. How many
seconds?
games will RG3 start this year? Ramon.
The whole season.
Brett.
I'm going to say 10 games.
Mike.
He will start 8 games and then play in others.
I think he's playing the whole season. He's got the super knee. RG3's time starts now.
Boom. There you roll.
Boom.
Nice job, Dale. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Great insight, Ramon.
I don't want to take up everybody's time.
Well, you're.
So Seattle, no.
Who's gonna go to the
say
Super
Ravens.
Bowl?
You know what time it is?
Let's raise some beers.
Do it.
We have a very small amount of time left, and we like to use that to raise our beer to somebody we love, something we hate, or just bitch about something. I'm gonna bitch about this guy right here because that's what he likes to do. So we call it raising the beer, and we are just gonna go down the table. Let's see where we're gonna start right now. Ramon Torres. You seem least prepared.
No. I ain't Brett. Well, I'm raising my beer to my good friend, my brother from another mother, Mr. Joe Gutty, who got married this past weekend and had the honor of being one of the best men in his wedding. Congratulations, and I wish you and Michelle the best. And here's to many more years and to keep partying on like we've been doing the last
Nice.
17, 18 years already together. So
Congratulations.
Congrats, buddy.
Very nice. Mr. Finnegan, start with your 7,
Oh, man.
6, 5, 10,
2.
2.
Who's not prepared?
2. I want to raise my beer because in a month, it's hockey season. Oh, I should probably do the Labatt one. It's hockey season in a month.
Canadian,
We're gonna do
because it's
that.
Canadian beer, in case you.
Hey, and I want to raise
we're in
my
America.
beer because we're back in America here, so I'm going to go back to Miller Lite here. To my boss, Matt, for getting me Ohio State tickets for this Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the shit.
He meant to say he was going to the shoe. He said he was going to the horseshoe. I thought he was going to the casino.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah, it was a little different.
Yeah.
It was different.
It's called the Horseshoe down there too. Before it was called the Horseshoe up here.
They call it the
It's
they
the
call it
shoe.
the
Call it
shoe.
the
Come on, give it the link.
It's called the
Horseshoe.
He doesn't know
And
the
the
name.
No, dude, that's
He doesn't
what
know
old
Ohio State
people
lingo.
call it. Cool college
Yeah.
kids call it the shoe.
You don't
A
know.
high top
Sorry.
now. It's not even a horseshoe. It's
Yeah.
just a big high top.
Yeah, it's just
It's got like a pump on it.
Yeah.
Not
He
even
doesn't know.
stuff.
I'll be sitting
Okay.
there.
No.
I'll be sitting there with a pump.
Doing the pump.
He still calls them tennis shoes.
Yeah,
He doesn't know.
I call them sneakers.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't know what kicks are.
yeah.
Sneakers? What are you, a ninja?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
dude. No, dude.
Yeah, I
You don't know
am.
about spelling kicks with his.
So thanks, Matt. These guys fucking ruined it.
No, we didn't. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That's great. I don't know
Moving
why you
on.
didn't invite
Sorry for not
me.
knowing the lingo.
Moving on.
Yeah.
GDB night out would have been cool
DST.
to the shoe.
DST.
Been nice.
I'm raising my non-beer. That's right. I'm not drinking today. I went a little hard on National Draft Day, which was
Yeah.
Sunday the 1st, and I spent all day Monday recovering and playing Madden 25, and just didn't feel like, hammering my immune system for another day. So I sat this one out, guys. Don't judge me. But I'm raising my non-beer to fantasy football because it's the greatest thing in this whole fucking world. And I look forward to it more than I do any other day. And I've got all my drafts knocked out, and I got a killer team that I can't wait to show you after Mike raises his beer. That's right, I'm going to get out of this chair and I'm going to move the camera on you. I'm going to shake the setup and put the camera on DST's Project Mayhem and show you how to win a fantasy football championship. Top that shit, Mike. What do you got?
You know what I got? I got 2 things. First off, I want to raise my beer to the mass media for not giving that idiot Johnny Manziel, any slack or any credit for all of his stupid punk-ass tricks
Show me the money.
and crap this last weekend. I'm done
He
with
did
that
that.
guy. He's a complete idiot. So thank you for not taking any of it and not catering to that idiot like they're so
Which is odd.
like,
Which is odd. 'cause
I know.
normally
they're all about it.
they eat
They're
that
like,
shit
oh,
up.
They eat it up.
It's like Miley Cyrus fucking Robin Thicke on stage.
Yeah. Anyway. But I really want to raise my beer to Dale Shan's Church. There was an amazing
She's got a
draft
ton,
day
though.
party. Yeah, amazing draft day party.
Mike.
He's got a killer league, and it's King of Cleveland, though. It is now called Queen of Cleveland for this year because, well, the only girl in it happened to beat all the guys in it, and it's Dale's woman, actually, so he's taught her
Yep.
well.
And I had to live with that all year.
She watches the Fantasy Factor and uses all of his info, I
Yeah,
guess.
she does.
But anyway, dude, it was great. It was great. I'm glad to be part of the league, and he's
yeah.
going to show you the real team that's going to win. It's down at the end. No Sue for you. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. And you'll see that coming up next. So hey guys, this is always great, and until next week, battle on.
Clink, clink.
Clank.
All right, let's take a look at these teams here. Everybody wants,
Yeah, turn that around.
everybody wants to know what's going on here. Fans want to know.
Yeah, a little bar of soap is Dale.
Yeah, there's some kids' toys there, whatever. All right, Project Mayhem. Boom. Arian Foster, Julio Jones, Doug Wilson, Colin Kaepernick, Bears D, Mike Williams, Giovanni Bernard, Antonio Gates, Sean Marino, Cordero Patterson, Malcolm Floyd, Casey Cheese, Suck Up, Martellus Ben in the 14th, and Kendall Wright, who I later dropped. All right, come on, Mike, let's take a look at your monster. Boom, no soup for you. Alfred Morris, Brandon Marshall, Darren Sproles, Vincent Jackson, Andrew Luck, sweet pick, 49ers D, Kyle Rudolph, Chris Givens, Golden Tate, Phil Dawson, Brandon Pettigrew, Carson Palmer, Roy Helu, and who's that guy?
Denard Robinson. That's
Denard
Wolverines,
Robinson and General Patton. I don't even really know who that is either.
Quinn Patrick. Yeah, those are all.
Go ahead and study that board at home.
Yeah, that's the winning team right
Queen
there.
of Cleveland. And hey, Mike, how about a quick shout out to all of our GDB fans on our GDB Fantasy League?
You guys are in for hell of a season this year. It's going to be good, and I think that last year we're just going to blame it on Dale. Dale kind of screwed up the draft day.
That's
but
cool.
This year, thank you for flipping me off on camera.
Hey, you know what? I was there last year.
Brett did make it. He's the only one that got the memo.
I made the draft this year,
but
that's all that matters.
This year, yeah, good turnout and a lot of good teams. So a lot of good stuff going on there.
Hey, tell them all about Facebook and YouTube and stuff too while you're at it.
You know, Facebook is a place where we do most of our stuff.
It is.
So if you aren't a member of our Facebook forum, go there, click like, and just start spouting off. We totally welcome it. And if you're watching this on Facebook and you don't know what YouTube is, well, that's what you're kind of seeing in this little window.
Yeah,
go to
we do.
YouTube and click on subscribe. You got to sign up and stuff. But click on subscribe, and then you just get these videos constantly. And
Yeah,
it's
dude.
all the whole
Zoom
thing.
in.
We want to get paid, guys.
Can you zoom in?
Subscribe.
Thank you.
Can you zoom in on that?
Zoom in.
Can you zoom in right there?
What do you got for me?
That's the Game Day Battle page on
Look
Facebook.
at that. And where's the like button?
Right.
That is one handsome devil right there. And I tell you what, that's good. That's really good. This is
Press
live. We're like interactive. Ooh, the Battle of Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Brett getting some side boob time. All right, guys. Peace.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Let's see this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, save these. I want to see.